Hi, thank you for visiting CTFairBet.com. I want to talk about something today really important. It's probably the most important thing about our site. The quick numbers, real fast. As of right now, we have already over 16,000 hits. And we're growing, and the emails that I'm getting, we'll get into later, because I got some phenomenal, heartfelt emails, and I really appreciate it. Some of this stuff is very, it's really nice that people think so highly of me to share so many emotional stories. Going forward, we'll take care of that in a minute. But right now I want to talk about this petition. It's on the page CTFairBet.com, and I really need people to sign this. This is more important than anything we're doing on this site. We're going to take care of various things on this site, but this site goes all over the country. It says, stop Indian casinos from hiding behind tribal sovereignty and court. That's the headline, but it says tribal casinos must yield to public health and safety, particular liquor laws intended to save lives that have been lost or permanently damaged by intoxicated drivers leaving tribal casinos, only then to be victimized by tribal immunity in tribal court. Intoxicated drivers are held accountable, but not the casinos. Okay, if you're an employee and you're a beverage server or a bartender and you overserve that person, you don't get tribal sovereignty. You can get held liable for that drink or over serving that person, and you can go to court. And the casino will not protect you. They're going to hide behind tribal sovereignty. So if you go to jail, you get sued. So you have to really be careful. The person who got injured or lost their loved one, they have to, in most jurisdictions, Connecticut's a little bit better, but even then, they're going to run you around. They're not going to make it easy for you. So before you serve somebody a little too much, and this goes to table games people. I know a pit boss on day shift who got fired for an alleged incident involving a drink that he had nothing to do with. But they were just looking to get rid of him because he was there for over 18 years and he was making top pay. But we'll address that later. Okay. And also, the intoxicated driver, he's going to get possible jail time, fines, his insurance is going to go up, and if he kills somebody, he's going to go to prison, or if he hurts somebody, he's going to go to prison. What's going to happen to the tribal casino? Nothing. Tribal immunity, sovereignty. Okay. Native Americans also want to be exempt from federal laws that allows workers to unionize. That's why I'm pushing so much right now to unionize. We have to take care of this now. There's a bunch of bills floating around, and I don't want any more or less for the worker. I just want what everybody else wants. And a employee gave me something that was very interesting, and he said that as a Connecticut citizen, he wants the liberty and the rights of every other citizen of the state of Connecticut. And it shouldn't be taken away because he works at a tribal casino. And that's what happens. All we're looking for is rights. We don't want any more, don't want anything less. Just because we work there doesn't mean we're going to throw it all away. Also, antitrust laws allow non-tribal casinos to compete with tribal casinos. Again, the same thing that I talked about before. A level playing surface. Tribal casinos, non-tribal casinos. You know, in the state of Connecticut, Waken Sun, Foxwood, Kent, all the other ones, Shanticosix, whatever. If they all want to get it, the one in Stonington, the Eastern Pequots, give it to them too. That's fine. But, you know, also by the same token, let MGM compete for the one in the airport. They'll run it right. Or let MGM go to Bridgeport, right outside of New York City. They'll run it right. Or you know, Wynn or, you know, Harris, Caesars, whatever you want. Okay, also, where are we at now? Recognize Indian tribes own the casinos, not the patrons who gamble there or their money. So, everybody should be treated fairly. I don't want to see anybody not treated fairly. If they get arrested, I want them to be held by state police, no one else. No tribal court. I want them to be adjudicated by the state police. And this goes to the last line. It's only fair for all litigation to be heard in state and federal court, not tribal court. I want no tribal court. Tribal court can exist for tribal members. You guys can work out whatever differences you have. Sue each other. I don't care. I don't want to end up in your kangaroo court. My friend has been in and out of your court a dozen times. And the lawyer's got to drive him from Stanford. You cancel court. You know, so you guys do it all the time. So, you know, there's no transparency and you can hide behind tribal sovereignty. So please, people, anybody who visits this site, whether you agree or disagree with me, this site is going to go to the Congress, the president, your senators. We're going to blast this site to everybody, this petition. I want to get hundreds of thousands of this. I have a buddy of mine that works in Florida. I have another friend of mine in California. And again, this is a slow process. This isn't a full-time job of mine remotely. I need other people to help me. So sign the petition. Again, it's ran by change.org. It's anonymous. Nobody knows who's signing the petition. So sign it. It's going to help everybody. So now I want to get into another subject, favorite subjects. You know, I love doing this part because I get emails and, you know, different stuff from people at work. And every time I make a little video, we do the Parttime Sun edition because they're getting rid of all full-time help. So we're going to do this all the time, Parttime Sun, so we can address the fact that all the full-time help, you're the new meat in the hot seat. So I got an email from various people, and let me tell you, they are day oneers, and it's just amazing what the trauma you have caused people. I'm sorry that a waitress makes $9 an hour and you want to try to fire her. Well, you fired her. But I have a crab dealer who I personally know that was on day shift that's been there for a long time. And you got rid of her. And, you know, you keep on. I just want to know one thing. And if any dealer or anybody on Mohican Sun can answer me this, how many part-time floor people or dealers have been fired for anything? I know all the full-timers are getting fired, but just if you could, contact me at CTFairBet at Gmail. I'd really appreciate it. Also, Trevor, I heard you were walking around the casino with striped pants and a checkered shirt, or it looked like a test pattern. The dealer said you had your hands in your pocket and your head down. My man, who are you hiding from? Gee, I thought I gave you like a little tip. A little one. Work with me. So, I got a couple things I want to touch on fast. So, again, it was said that I sound like a disgruntled employee. Well, let's get into the disgruntledness. So, my Mohican pen. Thanks. It's my severance pay. You have turned full-time dealers. I can tell you right now, they're coming after waitresses. So, and waitresses don't make money. They make it on tips, just like dealers. So dealers, I'm working on stuff to hopefully help you mitigate being getting turned, but that's going to take time. But there's a lot of people out there. You guys got to watch yourself. So don't do anything stupid. But the whole property's turning part-time. That's the only way they can save money, because Lord knows they can't raise money. But if you lose your job, I was reading an article, the new hotel, they're adding 1,000 new jobs. I wonder how many of them are full-time, because I saw online there is a security job, $9.98 an hour, part-time. You can't even offer $9.98 full-time? You guys are killing me. And also they're talking about their full-time ventures. Okay, Jersey Mike's. Okay, I tried the subs. I'm from Jersey. I don't even know where there is one back home. Average at best. At Ruga's Sports Bar. What's that other sports bar called, Benicio? The famous one. Buffalo
Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Good copy. I like the wood pellets things. I use that, and that's prices go up and down. You always make money on that one. Okay, let's get into the casinos. Do we get Philadelphia? No. Do we get Kansas? No. Did we get Concord Resort? No. Even though that was Mitchell's backyard. What do you guys do? You walk into the meetings and tell everybody, yeah, we want the casino. We're going to get it, no matter what you say. Who's going to those meetings? You guys going there with like butcher knives or something? But you manage resorts. You're going to manage the one in Korea. Maybe. Okay, your partners in Washington State. Partners. Did you get the one in Palmer? No. Jesus God, I'm sorry. Guys, you guys are swinging out a lot. Okay, where else are we? Now I want to get into all my friends that had been laid off. And again, this isn't a disgruntled guy. This is a guy just telling the truth. We talk about disgruntled. And again, this came from a guy from the top of the food chain. Do you know how many people have had nervous breakdowns? Guys ever follow up on that, and the floor people that have lost their houses? Or how about my neighbor who committed suicide because he lost his job? Guys care about that at all? Any of you guys got a heart? What do you think? This guy was a dual rate dealer. A year later, after losing his job, he killed himself. You know, in his obituary, it actually said he was still a dual rate at Mohegan Sun. And this kid was a sweetheart. But two assholes on Graveyard rode this kid like a horse. He didn't do nothing wrong. And this kid was one of the nicest kids I have ever met. But don't worry about it. Here's another one. And you talk about me being disgruntled? I don't need your $57,000. I saved my money. You couldn't give me $57,000. I wouldn't take your money for nothing, because you know what? It's blood money. Okay. Nervous breakdowns. How many do you think that is? Okay. How about my buddies that have left work and 6 months later, 7 months later have had heart attacks and died? Ask around. It's easy to find who they were. And they were all good people. Unlike some of you scumbags. Yes, I am mad and I am annoyed. So, that's part of it. Now, I want to get into something else. Because I'm on a roll. I need to drink. I must be the only Puerto Rican kid that drinks club soda. But also, there's a dual rate shift on swing shift that's running around because it doesn't have the good sense God gave him to leave me alone. But if you want to talk and tell people that the reason why I got a final written warning is that I threw something when I was in the office, that's why they gave me a final written warning. Well, you moron, if I threw something, that's considered a violent act, okay? That's gross misconduct and you're termed. And I'm gonna post this because I save all my paperwork because I've been around enough scumbags in my life to watch my back. This is it, and my son's gonna post it. It's from 5/30 of 09, violation of policy 27, personal conduct. Wow. Violation of policy 53, treatment of co-workers. Okay, this is a final written warning signed by a bunch of yum-yums, whatever. So, this guy has told multiple people that I threw a water bottle. Whether you like me or not, but do I remotely seem like somebody that would throw a bottle or a pen? No. If I was going to throw anything, it would be my fist down somebody's throat. Okay? I'm not the smartest guy, I ain't the biggest guy, I ain't the toughest guy. But I'm going to throw something. Okay? I got sick and I fell over a desk. And it's called fight or flight. That's what the doctor told me. 205 over 160. I collapsed, I blacked out, and I had to pick the phone out. The guy you're sticking of, Trevor Newman, he ran out of the room. The other one, she ran out of the room because she probably wanted me to die. Trevor, you did nothing for me, okay, because you're a worm, okay? But John, you're running around with your clogs on. By the way, my man, the last time I saw clogs was 2 times, okay? One guy was cooking my dinner because he was a chef, okay? The other guy was cutting me open because he was a chef. I mean, he was a surgeon. So, them clogs, I don't get it. Whatever. But don't run around the casino. Everybody knows you're kissing behind. You're not as good as Tommy, but you're a close second. So, that's why your name is what it is. Okay, you do everybody's paperwork. You want to be, but don't tell people that I threw a bottle at people. I didn't throw no bottles. So, you know, my body shut down because I had 2 choices. I could have assaulted 2 people. I don't hit women, and hitting Trevor would be like hitting Bambi. What fun is that? Okay? So my body shut down. Since I'm the only caretaker of my children at the time, it's called fight or flight. So I didn't assault nobody, so I went down. So even though I wanted to, I crashed. So right now, we're going to post this thing. But don't tell anybody I threw a bottle. I didn't walk in there with no bottle. Where'd the bottle come from? Moses? So, and now I'm going to address one more thing, since I'm on a roll. So, right now here, this was the email that I got at 12:53 from Tommy Tomello here. It said that that Mark is always taking care of people he thinks is important. Well, he's only taking care of his friends. Management, have you addressed this problem yet? Do we still have clicks, or he's completely trying to kill morale? The tournament team needs to be revamped. All these special assignments have got to stop. Give everybody a chance. It's only fair. It's blatant cronyism. Is Mark running the property, or are you running the property? Are you guys managers, or you're not managers? Have some balls and do the right thing. If the guy ain't doing the right thing, do your job. I did my job. I watched your money. Okay, also, Tommy said you will never work in the casino business. I don't need to. And also, before I came to the casino business, before I came to Mohegan Sun, I was a vendor. I worked for Micon, the Caribbean stud poker people. So I was in gaming sales before I came to Mohegan Sun. So Tommy, all your talk or whatever you're doing with this girl, none of my business. But I can tell you this much. You guys need to leave me alone. And this is going to be posted. And also, it's going to be posted here. It's called Boardwalk to Boxing. It was from a magazine in Atlantic City called The Casino Connection. It's called, it's from a boxing writer named Dave Bontempo. He's a boxing announcer from HBO, Showtime, ESPN, and he's a writer. And it's an article that was unsolicited, and he wrote it about me because I don't suck anybody's behind. I'm not nobody's friend. I'm just honest and I'm truthful. In closing, and I'm sorry, folks, if I get emotional, but if you know the emails that I get and the havoc and the pain and the suffering that has been done by a property at one time I used to look forward to going to work. Now it's not, and it's sad. But I need the cocktail waitress that was there 19 years. if you could get back to me on CTFairBet at Gmail, please. Also, the dice dealer, the female for 15 years who got let go, if you can get back to me, same thing. Also, the one that left, who was the dice dealer, was a dual rate, who's a sweetheart. I'm glad to see you left, and you're in a new field. But so many people have said so many nice things that I'm glad I touch people in the right way. And this email, and I've got so many nice ones that it's just really nice. And she says in here, we had great times together. I was sad to see you go. I've always had respect for you, and and I can honestly say, my respect grew when you stood up for somebody. Folks, I want to thank you, and I miss so many of you. It was a pleasure to work for so many of you, and I miss you. I wish I could have done more. I wish I was higher up, and I want to thank you for letting me share and be part of your life when it was, and hopefully I can help you. And the people that are sending me stuff, please continue. But in closing, please remember to sign the petition. I need everybody to sign the petition because this is going to go nationwide. And please send me emails at ctfairbet@gmail.com. Thank you for your time. Take care. Love you.